Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field.
Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears.
Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
The Bears at 9-3 here on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
You talk about this Lions defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
On fourth down, Chicago brings out Trenton Gill.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
All play action. Here's Hooker.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Off the option, here's Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a throw here to his running back. And inside the 20 before it's brought down.
Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. They'll pitch it out to Gibbs here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Hooker now off play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Hooker. And that's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They go play action. Here's Hooker. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker as to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Chicago! Velus Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7.
Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Now here's Trenton Gill now. Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. 2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it, and they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
19 Sergeant.
Throwing, Hooker. Pittman with a great grab. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll sneak it, Hooker. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Hendon Hooker scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Lions have taken the lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Moore, the man in motion. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff up the middle. Merritt knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. 42 yards.
And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But it's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Read option. This is Gibbs.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Hooker's going to throw it. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Bears 14. Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Hooker. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 33 yards that time.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Play action. It's Fields. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On second down, Merritt, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
79 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. First down throw here. It's Hooker.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll get 34 yards there.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. And this one dropped in the end zone. It looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now back with the Lions. Here's Riley Patterson on for the field goal. Patterson's kick is good,
and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
and their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Off play action, Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! Famous Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level.
Santos with the extra point, and that will tie us at 24. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it with Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd down, Hooker. He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And they'll get to him right away as he's taken down right there at the 44. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Here's Hooker. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Looking to throw. Hooker. That is caught by Laporta.
And in for the Lions touchdown.
Sam Laporta.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! What a great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Going underneath, Gibbs has it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And they're going to speed things up here.
Hooker, he's going to move them around a little bit here.
And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Here's Fields.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
3rd and long. It's Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
They snap it to Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bears first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go, Scott.
Up the middle they go. Merritt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
To throw is Fields.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
31. Riley Patterson to kick off for the Lions.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. That's Levi Onwuzurike fighting through and punishing the offense. A big tackle for loss. On play action, Fields. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Fields. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Here we go. Here we go. Go check. Go check.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 24 yards. And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
2nd and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And he comes back with one complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's 1st and goal.
11. Hey, never mind. Monday.
Now it's Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 8 yards out.
And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
My cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Hooker throwing again on 2nd down. Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
That is intercepted. Powering his way forward.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Fields.
Throws right side, and that's complete.
And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
All eyes on Fields.
Flushed out right.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Third down and goal coming up here. Now Fields.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown.
Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And that flag accepted. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This is 1st and 10. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He's got it complete to Gibbs.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's 2nd down. Here's Hooker. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now Hooker. He's got his target. That's complete.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Throwing here is Hooker.
Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down. This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive took a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6. Hooker to throw. That is caught.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Oh, and it's intercepted. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.